What's up, interweb? You already know who I am. Notorious 100, Mr. E3 himself, Mr. AKA I don't give to. Um, man, what's going on? Have I recovered from E3 yet? No, I'm probably like 75%. Uh, done, like recovering. We was playing like some rock stars. Shout out to my man K Mega, my man 108 Dragons. Gotta check out them, man. We was like the three Avengers around out here and shit in these gaming streets, man. Uh, Trying to give you guys content. It's stuff that's on phones, on go cams. Uh, 108 is working on the interview that we had with Ninja Theory. So watch out for that. He just did a Nintendo video this morning, so go check out 108 Dragons TV. Um, we doing great content, man. It was fun. Shout out to everybody that I met, friends. I don't want to say everybody's name. I don't want to miss out on nobody. I don't want nobody to get mad. So don't kill me. What's up with you, Rohan? What's up with you, Thomas Frakes? That's my man. Those 50 grand. Let me see what's going on. So, cause I can't see. No, I don't want to go there. Say I'm live. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so like I said, shout out. We had great times. Man, just hanging out. Just enjoying gaming. As its best. I'm just coming around. Um, I'm just coming around and seeing some stuff like we was really on the grid like that. I mean, you'll see us post on Twitter, but we wasn't like looking at Twitter posts, and we wasn't looking at like YouTube other YouTubers that we watch. You know what I'm saying? We didn't do all that. So it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know, we heard about some shit, and I said when I get sit down, I can address it. You know, I can address it because a lot of stuff got taken out of proportion, took out the wax. So I heard I see a bunch of Xbox YouTubers complaining, and I'm gonna address all that shit too. That's why I said I'm just want to just get my batteries mostly recharged because I was tired. So this quote unquote we called certain individuals out. I believe it was at the rooftop at the Spire, and Mega said, you know, YouTubers. He said YouTubers. He straight up said YouTubers that has 15,000. He went to 24,000. He went to 100,000. He went through. He went that. He didn't say a specific people group. He's talking about in general. That was a general statement that he made. Now people took it the wrong way. They wanted to twist it up for their benefit. That's their problem. That is straight up their problem. That wasn't a general statement towards this person, that person. It was just a general statement. It was a true statement. If you guys got all these subscribers, you taking Patriot money from people, buying money from people. You know what I'm saying? If you doing all that stuff, why you can't get your ass out here to E3? It's people that's flying across the pond, and they have an E3 called Gamescom. They know that is the grand day of them all. It's just, that's what I'm saying. People want to switch stuff and tailor towards them. You know me, I don't even give two fucks. It is what it is. But he was saying a general statement. You know, I say names. I don't run from nothing. So having fun made a general statement, and it was true. It was a true general statement. It wasn't set for a group of individuals. It wasn't if you black, white, Indian, Hispanic. If you out here in these gaming streets and you sitting back and you're sitting there talking about this conference or that conference and that conference, and you have the means or can make the means to get out here, get your ass out here. You know how many people, part of my group, we want more out here? We want more out here. When I do talk, see, the thing about it was I was still on intro to a certain extent. I was still on Xbox Live. I get on Xbox Live on my phone from E3. You know, when I get in, I go talk, see my boys, talk to my brother, and say, man, y'all got to get out here next year. You got to experience it. Especially when people, you know what I'm saying, want to bash things. Now, let me get on this. There's a lot of people out there saying this was the worst E3. How you know and you was not here? See, I even got on my own. I got on my own people. What up with you, Stu? I got on people I know. I'm like, oh, this is not, you was not there. Now, I can tell you, say, how can you speak on that? Because I didn't go to the press conference. 108 was in the press conference. Me and Megan sat back and watched the press conference right here in my office until Bethesda started. So I saw the perspective that you guys see. Then the following day, what's up with you, Handy Gamer? Then the following day, when was that Tuesday, when I went to the Microsoft Theater and I seeing this shit for my own eyes, I saw from two different perspectives. I saw from multiple perspectives. I saw from you guys' perspective, and I saw from it. A lot of them people are watching on YouTube, and it was in 4. It's compressed. It's 2K. It's not like when you're there. That's right there, 4K. You actually putting your hands on it. You're playing it. I heard people talking about Bleeding Edge. You know we played the shit out of Bleeding Edge. You know we met the people from Ninja Theory. We got an interview with Ninja Theory. And no, we didn't have no media credentials. And I'm getting people, well, Microsoft didn't do this. They saying they're coming out with another console. What? And Sony wasn't there, so Sony lost. You cannot win an NBA championship and don't show up to the game. This shit ain't rocket science. You don't need nothing. But you got all these people all Bleeding Edge, it's trash, and you ain't even played it. You haven't seen it in 4K. You're not sitting down talking to the developers. That's just like, give you another example. I was not into VR at all. Talk shit about VR, but I wasn't into VR. So 108 and my man Megatron talked me in to go get on the Oculus. We waited in line for an hour and a half. And I played the new Star Wars game. Was that Star Wars Vader? I came out of that demo. I'm getting me an Oculus. I came out of that demo. Give me that new Oculus. It impressed me when I see a Vader and he's 7 feet tall. He's pulling out the saber, and I'm like, dang, I'm right here. It felt like me and Vader. But see, I can sell you on that because why? I was there. You can't bash something that you haven't played. You can't bash something where you ain't even experienced it. E3 is experience. I can talk about Madden because what? I played Madden. Madden's going on right now. I got a pre-beta code right now. I know my boy loves Madden. I gave it to him. but I know he likes Madden. How did I get that code? Because I was there. I wasn't sitting there. And is Madden better this year? Hell yeah. Like I say, people was there. Like I said, I had my other boy, Xbox dude. It didn't impress. I said, have you thought about if you was there? Would you experienced it? And you put your hands on? People was talking shit about the Xcloud. All is hardwired, is all this. I proved them alive because what? I was there. I made a 4K Ultra. I made sure it was Ultra 4K. I made sure wasn't hardwired. I showed you two different games. I showed you Gears of War and I showed you Halo. So I can talk about it because what? I was there. It was hands-on. Not listening to these other guys that's listening to all these other outlets because what? They need the clicks. They need the clicks. But the Xbox guys is listening to people that didn't experience it. Or I'm telling them, come experience it next year. Because it's going to be real crazy next year. It's going to be real crazy. Because both consoles are coming out. Both of them. And I'm going to tell you, Microsoft, the presentation that they showed you, right then and then, and they open it up. They open up to the public. They open it up to the public. Yeah, there's backdoor stuff going on. I know people that have backdoor playing CD Projekt Red, new game Cyberpunk. Mega's not even into VR. I told Mega, I'm getting this motherfucker. I'm getting it. I don't care if it's for one game. That game, I'm getting it. And I have saw people that played the first episode because why? They were there. They had the experience. People saying, "Oh no, E3 was dead. E3 was crowded. If E3 was dead, why it take me 2 hours to play a 10-minute demo?" All right, Flip. Give my man Flip money in this motherfucker. But people want to bash, but you didn't see it from your own eyes. You ain't experienced the gameplay, but you want to bash it. That's what I don't understand. And y'all running, y'all ain't there's a lot of people or this a bunch of sheep. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Followers instead of being leaders. Instead of being straight up leaders. I sent the link. But like I say, I was there. I experienced it. I saw what Nintendo brought. Nintendo had the middle of the floor. I actually played. I even played the steering wheel that they showed you for Xbox. I was hands on. You can go check 108 video. I'm playing. Are they over there playing? No. They bashing stuff, all this and that. This is business. This ain't the dick swinging contest. Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo don't care about your console war. They're in the business of taking your money. That's what they're in the business of doing. Your money. Because well, I didn't see Sony bring anything this year. What Sony bring? Where's Sony? Because I went all over the show floor, up, down, all around. What up? What you doing? Where was Sony at? I ain't see no games. All over my man Flip Money Online. What's up, man?
Ain't that man? I just got finished doing a live stream myself, talking about some of the same topics you talking about. How I don't understand some of these so called gamers, man. I don't get it, man. How they bugging out for no reason. Like Microsoft ain't had nothing to show with them. Like, what are you talking about? Like, let's stop it. Like, like I said on my channel, like, what are you expecting Microsoft to show or whatever, man? Like, stop it. I mean, this the end of the generation. This year is the end. Next year, towards the end or whatever, near end of next year, is a whole new generation. The whole new generation, and y'all crying like I don't understand. Like, what do y'all expect Microsoft to show?
They hand? No. Man, I gonna show you their hand. They showed you games, 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 games.
Catch me whining, man. Just catch
They
me
showed you
whining for
games. You want
nothing.
before? Remember? Oh no, they got Usher all on the floor dancing and shit and all this other stuff. They ran
Man,
you games, 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 and the only time you see something with Keanu Reeves came out.
right, right. And that's what I don't get, man.
That's it. They showed you games. Most of their games were playable on the show floor. Was Sony games showed on the show floor playable? Nope.
What I don't
Nintendo, I think, used
understand
to
is
have a couple of games that was shown.
what I don't get is how people like, well, they could have showed like a picture. Okay, Microsoft had a game coming out, right? For one of them studios that they just bought, whatever, and they show you a picture, whatever, or a name. They're like, damn, that's all we get is a name? But they don't do that when Sony does that. But they would do that with Microsoft. Okay, they show you a picture of the game that they're talking about. That's all we get is a picture. They show you a CGI of the game. That's all we get. That ain't nothing but CGI. That ain't even a real game. Like, oh my god, my man. Like, what do you want? What do you want? Like, man, they ain't gonna show us no demo. So they couldn't show no little real quick demo or whatever. They show a little quick demo. They got a problem with that. I mean, that's the thing I don't get. Like these new gamers, some of the old ones, man. Like, come on, man. Some of y'all out there that been playing games for years. Y'all should know the ropes, man. Y'all need to cut it out, man. Like, y'all act like Microsoft didn't show nothing, man. You know what I mean? Nah, hey, Dome, I ain't starting my shit, man. I'm just being real, man. Like some of y'all be bugging out, man. Like, the new system is coming out next year, bruh. Next year. Like, what do you want them to show y'all? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What is that y'all expect them to show y'all to make y'all do jumping jack for Jesus with a moonwalk? Come on, man. And next year is a new whole new console. I mean, I wish I was there to play some of the game that we saw that was on the floor that was playable. Like, y'all be bugging out. I think a lot of y'all be bugging out, man. Come on, man. Let's stop this. If the shoe was around on the other foot and Sony was to do that, man, y'all motherfuckers be doing cartwheel, handspring, everything, hula hoop, everything. Probably snorting coke and everything, spinning around and shit. But Microsoft showed you something. Bam! This is what we got coming out this year. This is what might come out next year. Y'all
They showed
bugging
you
out,
stuff that
man.
you can play. You can play the Forza Horizon. The like my son stayed up last night all night playing that shit.
You know what? As he should.
Huh.
on
He
some real
played.
on some real shit. As he should.
He stayed. He didn't know. He was sitting there. He saw a dude do a flip on YouTube. He's trying to do the flip. But y'all talk about our games. I'm gonna put this way: a lot of stuff they want us to keep under. They don't stuff that. Okay, next E3, Microsoft can show you stuff that's coming out that same year. You know, Halo's coming out, launch title. You know, a Forza are gonna come out, launch title. What else
Sounds
they got? Then you got that your holiday season. Then you can bring out a Fable. You can bring out a new IP all during the rest of the year. You can do that. You can't do that. You can't do that nowhere else. I don't see Sony flying people out here on their buck. I know friends that got out here on Microsoft buck. Took care of them. Put them in a nice hotel room. I don't see that. I don't see Microsoft. They just did a show. Matter of fact, where is Sony's Fan Fest? I had people in Fan Fest. We were actually Mega got into Fan Fest at the last minute. We had to play paper, rock, scissors and shit. He went in. He started talking to Phil. He started talking to Aaron. Think about it was we got proof. We got receipts.
I'm trying to figure out what damage control you talking about,
They
RL.
said we damage
Come on,
control
man.
from
What
Microsoft.
damage control?
Like,
Okay, all right. Well, answer this. So what? A couple years ago, when Sony did some of the exact same thing that Microsoft did, then you didn't think that you thought that was bad? Did you think that was bad? That Sony did. How about the year when Sony kept showing nothing but indies, all indie? So you're telling me you one of them people that was doing jumping jack for Jesus? Come on, man. Y'all act like y'all sitting up there act like I'm telling y'all act like the dude on the commercial. It's my money and I want it now. Like, come on, man. Stop that.
what's up with you, Sega man? What's up with you, Riot? No, I get tired of that. You know what I'm saying? I get tired of that narrative. Like, Microsoft, this and that. Man, Microsoft to me do stuff. And I act like, you don't need to do that.
Right.
You don't need to do that, but they do it. They had, man. I remember Flip when I told you about the Xcloud, right? I was like, man, that thing is because nobody wasn't really sold on it.
Right.
And I came in and said, man, I don't have to do something. And then you start telling me about certain individuals clowning about it and all that other shit. So
Right.
I said, so proof. And we talking to the guys that's developing Xcloud. He's asking, where you stay at? Los Angeles? Your server farm gonna be in San Francisco. This is what you running off right now. And I'm running off a cell phone. But nobody wanted to believe that. And people want to check. They want, like what they say, flip, move the goalpost, change the net. No, I'm tired of the goalpost getting moved. You can't move this goalpost.
Motherfuckers be bugging, man. That's how I see it, man.
Halo Infinite, you have to see that for yourself. People all looks like, hey, no, it don't. That game is gorgeous. Uh, that game was gorgeous. I can't say what it was running on, but it was gorgeous.
And I'm pretty sure that Halo, doing my man though, but come on, man, that Halo, that actual gameplay though, bro. I know that. I know that
It
actual.
says it says gameplay. It said that's the start of the game. That's what I can say. That's the beginning of the game.
I think yeah, that game that did it right there for me, man. That did it right
That is the
there.
beginning of the game.
Like my man Sir X man, and I had to get on Sir X man or whatever. Like, come on, Sir X man, come on. You telling me that Gears of War looked just like the Gears of War from what was that? What was the last one that came out? Gears of
Oh,
War what?
it's
Four or
fine.
something like that. Yeah, he thinking like yeah, whatever. He's like, no, man, we seen it before. Okay, we
No,
seen it
you ain't seen
before.
that.
Only on Gears of War. Like, you're not gonna tell me that when you seen them swarm of I don't know what it was, but it was running around them and they was shooting at that. You ain't see stuff like that in another game. If you seen it, I guarantee you it was only in Gears of War. When the first Gears of War came out, when they had like a bunch of bats or something that was eating people up and killing them. Like, come on, man. Did you pay attention to the lighting effect on that thing? I'm like, yo, that look crazy.
Here,
Like, come on, man, stop
yeah,
that.
The Gears of
Huh?
War thing, people was complaining. Now we did hear that. We wanted to go live hearing that. I wanted to show Mega playing that new mode. Mega was playing the new mode, but we had to go somewhere, and Mega wanted to stay and play that, and I ain't gonna lie, brother needed some water. I was parched for drinking all goddamn night, and you can't drink around that in that environment, like drink water and stuff, because they don't want you, spill stuff. Um, I'm seeing people playing it. That game is running at 64K. And it was boom, boom, boom. When people was like, well, why didn't you show more of the story? The game come out in a couple of months. The game come out in a couple of months. They showed you the single player last E3. This year they showed you their new multiplayer mode. Then they also got announced they having, just like Halo has the Forge, you be able to forge in Horde mode. They ain't talking about that, huh?
Nah, they not. They're not gonna talk about that. I mean, I get what you're saying, but you gotta hype stuff up, man. Like you can't sit up there and just have an E3 and like that. All right, we're gonna have an E3, and people like, well, they overhyped it or whatever. You supposed to hype it up. You know what I'm saying? As a company, you want to make people excited and let them know, like, yo, listen here, we not out of the game. What that look? Excuse me. Would that look like Microsoft saying, "Oh yeah, this E3, we're gonna, whatever, such and such, be all like all low and drowsy about it, like, yeah, it's going." Nah, man, you gotta hype that up, man. You gotta hype that up to the next thing, man, for real. You gotta
You
make
know what
people
they claim?
excited
They
for that.
claim the biggest ever because it
That's
was
the how it
because
works.
it. Guess what? They met more people at FanFest. They actually got people. When you go to FanFest, Microsoft takes care of you. They feed you. You got access to the games. The developers ask questions. I don't see. That's what they say. Biggest ever. It's all in one. It's not just games. It's everything. It's the whole experience all in one. That's biggest ever for them. That's what makes it the biggest ever. You know, it's more people. It was man. It was crowded. Then they made this big old bubble for Mixer. I forgot to go in there. GameSpot. You know, GameSpot is notorious being Ponyville. You know, they set they shit right by Microsoft. They set their shit right by. They wasn't inside. They was outside. They could have made a booth like they usually do at E3 because Sony presence wasn't there. You, this is what was to me was good when Sony presence was not there. Was more people, you know, what I'm saying, like indie developers and stuff like that. They had more space where they can advertise their own stuff. Even gaming, man, we got people walk up, man, try this gaming chair. What are you doing? Oh, we YouTubers. Oh man, this and that.
I'm gonna judge what good brother Doom just said. Yeah, biggest. It is the biggest event ever. Why is it? Because I mean, you gotta think about it. E3 is the mecca of game. So you gotta act. Like when they say biggest event ever, though, man. I mean, you gotta take it with. I mean, what it is, though, man. Think about it. It is big, especially for Microsoft. Why is it real big? Because Sony not there and Nintendo ain't really showing nothing. Come on, man. They biggest competitor not there. So that is a big thing for Microsoft or whatever. Think about it the other way. If Microsoft was like, no, we're not going there, this shit, whatever. And Sony showed you the exact same shit that Microsoft showed you. Cause let's admit it, some of them games that they show we all know are third party. So Sony show you the same thing and then show you one game that they got coming out. Motherfuckers be singing hallelujah out the top of their lungs like they in a choir, man. Come on, man. You'll see all kinds of stuff. You'll see people running around, jumping off buildings and stuff, acting like a fool because Sony showed you that. Oh man, that's a good thing Sony did. Oh man, Microsoft, man, they should have came there. Oh man, that's messed up. I'm sorry, Microsoft, y'all just messed up. Sony just won again. How the hell you win E3? And I'm still trying to figure that out. Like my nigga, do they get a Oscar or Emmy? Like, do they get a trophy? Yeah, thank you for coming out here. I like to think the people that supported like it's a fucking movie. That don't make sense for you to win E3. They came, they showed what they had to show. They opened up the on the floor and let people came in and play some of the game that was played on the stage from different companies. I mean, like, what more do you
Oh, no,
want?
okay, Doom. Okay, Sony. I mean, Nintendo wasn't Nintendo. That was a recorded Nintendo Direct. That was a Nintendo Direct. They showed a Nintendo Direct. Yeah, they had a reasonable space in the middle, and you only can get to play 2 or 3 games. Yeah, the line were long. They had 4 hour lines. People were sitting there because it's Nintendo lovers. It was people that was dressed up as cosplayers and stuff like that. But this because Banjo Kazooie, because I saw certain motherfuckers, I ain't gonna mention their name, tripping out because Banjo Kazooie is coming on motherfucking coming on it's going on Smash Brothers. So what? Give a damn about no Smash Brothers, but our phones start blowing up. People saying Nintendo won. Okay. Bleeding Edge, right? People say Bleeding Edge was dog shit. Why I win best of E3? Why I win the best of E3? Y'all ask me that motherfucking question. Because they can't.
Nintendo ain't win nothing, man. Y'all stay
Sony ain't
saying that.
Sony ain't won no best. Man, y'all was saying Sony was winning E3. Like, how Sony gonna win E3 and they ain't there? That's just like I can't win the Super Bowl if I don't show up. Me and my team don't show up. And you're right. E3, the gamers won because it was gaming. And like I said, I was hanging around PlayStation guys, Nintendo guys. This ain't no what you call it. And think about it, some of them guys were really cool in real life.
It just be the unusual people that be on YouTube. You know what I mean? That be sitting up there. They be as the fella in the comment section said. That be damage like we damage controlling. It be them type of dude that does that for their channel. Damage control so people can watch their channel and they can get that hit. When we
Yeah.
sitting up here and just telling you the facts and stuff. Like, come on, like the hypocrisy in this
Oh, look on
gaming
Hebot.
world. What's up, Hebot? The hypocrisy
Okay,
in this
Hebot.
gaming world is crazy. See if Hebot, see if you can get Hebot on. The hypocrisy in this gaming world it's crazy. Like, Microsoft do something good. Man, I don't want to see that, man. Fuck that, man. That was corny. Sony do something. They get a standing ovation. Here, Sony, we got a life-size trophy of the PlayStation 25 console, platinum gold. Like, what the hell? Like, who you paying to give you that? And far as I'm concerned, with Sony and them, like I said before, welcome to the family. Because the moment they cross them T's and dot them I's, you know what I'm saying, on that contract, you officially became an Xbox brother. Because you on
Yeah.
Microsoft
Oh,
server.
don't let me get on that. Oh, Lord have
Y'all
mercy.
part of the
I
family
heard
now.
several times PlayStation Network was going down, and somebody sent me a tweet, and I had looking for it. He's like, it's time for them to transfer it over. It's time for them to transfer it over to the Zuri service because they went down twice when I was at E3 for a very long time. But you want to talk about the Xcloud? The fuck out my face with that bullshit.
Okay, I mean, but okay. Let's talk about the Xcloud. Okay, the Xcloud is fake. The Xcloud, you had to use this and I had to use hardwire for the Xcloud. The Xcloud is so much of a bullshit and fake that Sony will be using that shit. Please make sense to that. You tell me why Sony signed them contract to be able to use Microsoft server. Why? Please tell me why. If people think that Xcloud is so much of a bullshit, why Sony signed up for that shit? Please tell me. I'm waiting. Because I'm telling you right now, the shit that they had, Gaikai, that shit was a loss. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That shit
Oh,
was a fucking loss.
that's telling you they don't have no engineers.
And they admitted it. That's
Dog
the thing
shit.
that I'm trying to figure out. They admitted it. It's like come on, man. It's like we over here playing on. You may laugh at me because I don't know how to play all them other type of card game. It's like you playing penny pat and you showing somebody your whole hand. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna team up with you. Come on, man. Y'all bugging. Y'all be really bugging over this stuff, man, for real. Microsoft came in, they showed what they had to show for this year and next year is gonna be the biggest thing ever when all of them release their console. Sony can't come up because their money is funny. I'm just saying. Their money is funny.
It's beyond
Uh,
fun.
uh,
Hey,
that's
he
all it was.
check X Guardians After Dark. I put it in there.
Saying like I don't get it.
Hmm.
Like Microsoft show good games and stuff. If anybody you gonna get mad at, like I just said on my channel about 20 25 minutes ago or whatever. If anybody you gonna get mad at, you need to get mad at Square Enix for showing us that bullshit.
Man,
In my opinion, that shit is bullshit. I understand some people may like that, but I'm just saying. I understand they do that JRPG game, but come on, man. That Avenger game, man, listen here. Let's keep it real. I'm not excited for that thing at all because they didn't show no gameplay on that one. But I can understand that. I can understand that. I can respect that. They ain't showing no whatchamacallit. That's why I would never get hype. I would never get hype over something that they're not really showing like CGI or whatever. I'm not gonna get hype after that. It's cool. Still think it's bullshit, but you ain't gonna hear me running around start smacking Sony guys in the fucking head. Like fuck that Square Enix shit or doing some weird shit like that. I'm not.
no, they be on that. Like I be saying, like man, I didn't say it was a 10. Me and Mega gave it an 8. But when I explained to when people don't understand, I saw it. Matter of fact, Flip, you was in the pocket. Was we all sitting there watching it together, Xbox?
Yeah, I was sitting there watching it.
And then what I end up leaving and then going ready to go to Bethesda, and and then I came back and I told you like we was everybody was talking and they was getting their opinion. I said, well, I'll give my opinion on Tuesday when I walk in that motherfucker. And I was amazed. You know, I ain't gonna even lie about Bethesda. You know what? Bethesda, uh, yeah, they was trying to they wanted to free give a brother free drinks and stuff. They cut the free drinks off. They mixed the line. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna get on Bethesda ass too. Bethesda, you gonna have to do better, dog. You had us in the line with the quote unquote kiss assers. Then you put us in another line. This is Flip. This is the crowd. I didn't even tell you this. This is the crazy shit. Remember I told you I met an old boy from Digital Foundry.
Yeah.
Why they put him in the line with us? He even have no press credentials.
That's messed up.
He even have no press
You
credentials.
know what? That truly tells you right there, people from digital fuckery, digital foundry or whatever. That truly showed you that it was mainly for the gamer and the gamer one because digital fuckery, the digital foundry did not get ahead of them. Wasn't he in back of y'all something like that? Like a couple
Yeah,
people in back of y'all.
oh yeah, we got better seats than him. And we regular Joes, quote unquote. We don't play no games and we don't go to events. He bought what's up with you, my brother, man. I got a care package for you. You can't hear he bought, you gotta self muted. But yeah, man.
Oh yeah, you got yourself muted.
No, but I'm sitting here like, man, like I said, the way I'm getting on Bethesda, because I can say, okay, Bethesda and Microsoft, you can say who you know who got money and who don't got no money. Who don't have their bread is good, but they ain't super. Their bread ain't that long because Bethesda was even hiding drinks. You know, then they want to give you some free food. I ain't waiting for thousands and thousands of people. And then you want to bring up Final Fantasy. That's a multi-plat. None of them games are exclusive. All the remakes are coming on Xbox. They're coming on Xbox. So I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? You're right. I don't think a lot of people. Uh, uh, let me see. It's not okay. Like Halo and Gears, people fail to realize have longevity. Like the online component itself give you longevity. So people don't get it. Like you could just sit up there and just play them games. That games like that make money and make money from the top end and all the way down to the bottom. Like the longevity of them making money off that franchise is crazy, man. I don't understand how people be talking about that, man.
Bah,
Yeah,
yeah. Can you hear me?
what's
Yeah,
going on with you, man?
was
What's
good.
going on, guys? How are you?
All right,
How's everything?
good.
Good, good. I see you guys are venting. Let's go. Let's go. What's the word on the streets? What do we got to straighten out over here?
No, because you got a bunch of everybody, guys complaining about this E3 and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting there like, okay, I feel you on one end, and on the other end, you got to see it for yourself. You have to play it for yourself. You have to experience it for yourself before you say something goes.
Right.
Everybody knows I'm not really into Overwatch. When I played Bleeding Edge, that was something totally different. Now I can get into this shit. Like I
Well,
told you,
well, Bleeding Edge.
I was
I just,
in
I
I'm in
just did it.
Oculus now.
I just premiered a video on my channel about Bleeding Edge, talking about it in comparison to Anarchy Reigns, because the game is right in the same vein. It's also like games like Heavy Metal, Spawn, Outrigger that were on Dreamcast. The only difference is that the Heavy Rain, the Anarchy Reign was by Platinum Games. It has like a single player story mode that you can play offline. I don't know if they're going to have that for Bleeding Edge, but the style of the game is exactly that. It's melee combat battle arena,
They told us no.
4v4, but it's super fun. It's an arcade style game. It's super fun. So I did that.
It's different classes. Like the second day I played Mega 108,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
and the dev they played us like strike. So my job was to keep them alive because I got weapons not as powerful. So
Right.
not as powerful. Anybody can get me there. Like just like it's easy to play, but it's hard to master.
Well, it's really artistic and stylized. It's a melee combat before. Basically, you can use your hands, your weapons, and you can use like swords and guns and things like that. You know what I mean? Like, and the environments. Like I've seen where the train goes by, they throw somebody at the train and just
Oh,
splashes all over the
the
place.
first day I played it, you don't get that like Overwatch in that. I was sitting there and the
No,
devil
no,
was like,
no.
move.
It's
Oh,
for
one,
adults. It's
just
for
knock out
adults. Yeah, yeah,
he coming.
yeah, yeah.
You
It's for
were here,
adults.
you were here, but we were playing it for the first time. We didn't even know that was a train track.
Right, right. Well, I mean, a lot of people are complaining because Microsoft didn't have like an umph moment or like that those unexpected wow moments. But it's like I said on my video, I'm pretty sure that a lot of that stuff wasn't ready to go because they just acquired these companies or a lot of these studios just like maybe 10 months ago, and last E3 was when they started making the announcements. So it takes time, and they're not going to make the product, show it off right now, even if it's a trailer, right? And then 5 years later, the game's still not out, like they did with Quantum or Crackdown. And then people are, oh, when they're coming out, then they start scrutinizing them for that shit,
I
because they
said
don't
that.
get a pass.
I said
They don't
that. I
get.
said, hey,
Yeah.
Heba,
What's up, Flip? How are you, bro?
it was good, man. I said the same thing on my channel and not too long ago when you came in.
Right,
People
right.
are now. They're bugging out.
They don't get a pass like Nintendo and Sony, Flip. You
Yup.
know what I'm saying? Look at how everybody's saying, oh, Nintendo won. And the reality of it is, Nintendo had fan service. They catered to their fans. But everything they showed was pretty much old with the exception of Astro Chain, right? It was all recycled shit. Everything was new shit. Panzer Dragoon, it's a remaster, which we've been had Orta on the OG backwards compat, and you could play the first one that's on there when you unlock it. We had Crimson Dragon, which nobody really talked about. When you can play 3-player co-op, it's exclusive to the Xbox One. Nobody talked about it. Now they want to praise it like, oh my God, it's the first Panzer. When every Panzer was better than the previous. in the series, and it's the same series creator, right? That's what I say is bullshit and hypocrisy because you didn't care about it when it was on Xbox, but now because it's a remaster of the first game on coming to every system because it's just they showed it on the Nintendo stage, but it's coming to every system. That's what they said last year when they did the petition about remaking it, that it was to come out on all platforms. It might be maybe a time exclusive where it comes out for a couple months first, but they said it then that it was coming out for all platforms. So it's not an exclusive. And the Contra, the same thing, the new Contra. It's an old IP, still looks and holds up like an old IP, an old property. Also coming to all platforms. You understand? Then they showed the a Witcher. Okay, they're getting a port of the Witcher. We've been had that. We have the best version on Xbox One anyway. What else? They showed the new what you call it Super Lucky Sales. We've been had that. When Super Lucky Sales was on Xbox, nobody cared. Oh, it's ass, it's garbage, not better than Mario. But now you care about it. You see what John's saying? The hypocrisy runs deep with all these fakes in the community. All the fakes on the Sony side, the fake Xbox dudes, the fake PlayStation dudes. Everybody, all Xbox games suck, but as soon as they heard that Halo was coming, it was supposed to be a proposal that Halo was coming to PlayStation, everybody wanted Halo. When that was bullshit.
He almost hit about 30. I about to turn the Grand Theft. Almost hit by 30 people when I heard that because I was in the car.
That's bullshit. That was Colin Moriarty.
I'm in a big ass SUV. Nigga was sitting there like.
That was Colin Moriarty putting shit up based off these other people that weren't even credible.
They're
he
not
was
even,
just saying it.
You know, it's so crazy. A lot of these people that were putting that stuff out, they didn't even have. They don't even was not even in the know. They wasn't going. They wasn't in no backstage stuff.
Right.
Like I ran away from Gadget. I ran away from CNET. I ran away from GameSpot. And guess what? A lot of people that you see that's talking about it, they're doing the the dude was amazing. The dude from Gadget was amazing. He was like, "Can you hold my phone? Can you hold it? Can you hold my gimbal?"
Right.
Dude, like, let me do this. He was like, "Whoa!" They were shocked.
These fucking guys, somebody, I don't know who the fuck it was.
You ain't been here yet.
100, I don't know who the fuck it was. They had the audacity to say that they had that fucking Cyberpunk running on the Xbox stage on a PS4 Pro.
No, it wasn't. It was on the Xbox.
I'm like, how the fuck are they gonna run a PS4 Pro? First of all, it's on the Xbox stage. And you can't use the Xbox controller on the PS4.
This is us. I'm gonna keep it a buck on this one. Every game I played on the Xbox stage was on a dev kit. And some that are Megan and them catch it, and I catch it because, like I say, they talk and I sit back and listen, and I'm surrounded. And you know, we have a friend, like we have a close friend of ours that what I'm saying. They had for anybody who played, they had the new controller, the what you call it controller. Got the controller.
Right.
They had that at every station.
Right.
But nobody's broadcasting that.
Right.
You know, that stage is up high.
Dude, you heard some.
I'm hearing like, hey, make sure he gets up. You can get 25 men up and pick him up. Make sure this person on the stage. I'm seeing Sandy. Man, it was loving playing these games.
Right. Well,
but you were there. Nobody want to report that shit though.
You were there in person, 100. Me and Flip saw it from the TV, from the media perspective, and all kinds of crazy shit were coming out before the show was even over. Like, it was high salt alert, bro. Like, so much salt going on because Microsoft was there, I guess, and Nintendo, but not Sony. But the whole time feels like, E3 is not the same without Sony here. Because what he said was valid. He said, if we don't support this industry together as a whole, we ain't going to have an E3 left, especially with this bullshit that the government's trying to pull now, saying that this is a disease, and they're trying to pass all these laws so that video game won't exist, and they get in the way. You understand what I'm saying? And it's an art form. It's something that should be embraced because it's special to a lot of people in the many different ways. And he even mentioned Burke in his interview. You know what I'm saying? And they never threw shade because he's part of the committee of E3 as well, Phil. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, they should be here. I really want them to be here, at all times, because we got to help each other. If not, this is in danger of us losing E3. E3 is the Super Bowl of video games. You know what I'm saying? Without it, gaming would have never been where it is today. That's how we got more awareness with everybody around the whole world. What video game was, what it was doing, how big it was getting, how more creative it was getting. All these independent developers had somewhere to show their games for the first time. You get what I'm saying? So without E3, video games would have never been at the point that it is right now. Right now, it's the biggest form of entertainment. It's bigger even than movies right now. It's making more revenue than even movies.
You got people that say, "Oh, Sony don't need E3." So
yeah, okay.
Everybody else is at E3.
Crazy? Nuts.
Everybody else is at E3. Even what you just was crazy. It was games that's already out that was at E3.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 11 was at E3.
Yeah.
That you say E3 is dead?
Yeah, he was promoting the new packs that are coming out.
Man, I swear to man, 108 was grown ass people jumping over some stuff in the Fortnite. Fortnite was big. I don't know why shit. You had you had people, your phone's blowing up. Hey, you want to jump in this tournament? It was when I say I'm like, how E3 dead? And it's so many people.
Well, it broke records. It broke all the records because they said it themselves.
And the only thing about it, I said, I'm glad I experienced when Sony ain't there because people, I'm gonna break it down. People that we usually don't hear, like we had a company that makes gaming chairs, right?
Yeah.
I got in that bad boy, couldn't get up, and he was like, "This is what we doing. We're giving you a high quality game," and they throwing shots at other gaming tiers companies. They throwing shots.
Right.
What they hired? They hired gamers. They hired gamers. We talk. You know what I'm saying? Like one girl, like, "Hey, yeah, I play on PlayStation." Damn, okay, cool. Xbox. It wasn't fuck PlayStation. But we got together and she was getting this chair. I wasn't thinking about buying no $300 chair. I get $300 chair.
Right.
They showed the material and then they said if you buy this chair and if it's red, we're giving it back to this charity. We don't give this money to this charity. Nobody's saying nothing like that. Nobody's doing. Like I said, when you go there, people say they want to grow channels. They want to grow that band, your brand. Get your ass there.
Right. Well, I mean, I seen a couple of people.
When we did with business,
I gotta send you some stuff from DM because
I got you some stuff.
I saw some people saying indirects that kind of feel like they were throwing pop chats at you guys. That I wouldn't expect.
We know it's a certain individual that think that we were talking about them and we're not talking in general.
No. Even other people I didn't expect. That I didn't think, but I'll let you know.
I'm gonna put this way. I'll tell them, get their ass here.
Right.
Get their ass here.
I mean, you guys look like you were having a blast, dude. That shit was
I want to flip here. Everybody I talk to, I keep on saying, I want you guys here.
Right. Yo, that you guys look like you had a blast. It looked like y'all having a blast.
I even missed what they call it. Merc and Cheese. I missed them. They was looking for me, but we was here, there, everywhere. Stuff like that. They came find me yesterday on the interweb.
Did you get to find them or no?
No, I didn't get to find them, but it was. I'll tell you offline what happened. It wasn't nothing bad.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing bad. We had. You know what I'm saying? Only thing I'm jealous from, they got to play. I think they got to play Cyberpunk.
Nice.
They got to play Cyberpunk closed doors.
Nice. VIP status, right?
Huh? Yeah.
VIP. That's what Jack Black was doing with his two sons because he's doing the voiceover for Psychonauts 2. And he was putting video. He was doing the VIP with his son playing certain stuff.
A lot of the developers, they really was taking it instead of being all in at E3 and getting smashed. Like we met what's called Million got part. We met Ed Boon.
Yeah, I saw that. You guys took pictures. I saw that.
Huh?
I saw that. You guys took a picture with him. I saw that. But boom.
You saying that no Gears game just come out in a couple of months. You don't need to show no gameplay.
Well,
So
let me touch sign on the Gears topic because I heard Flip when he was talking about it earlier, how everybody was complaining. I'm telling people, look, if you paid attention, Rod Ferguson explained clear as day that they want to make the Gears launch like a whole summer event, right? Leading up to Gears of War. Because last year they already had showed some of the campaign, right? What they were trying to do. So he basically said that this new mode, they wanted to highlight it because it was a brand new mode they created and they wanted people to get excited for it because the tournament's coming up. Then after the tournaments, they're going to talk about some other stuff. And then leading up to September, they're going to talk about the campaign and show more of it. He explained on stage in multiple interviews why they did it. And people are still complaining, being retarded. Oh, I wanted to see more. No, you don't. Because back in the day, what made things more exciting was not seeing it. Because when you actually got in your hand, it was all brand new, and that impact was more impactful because it was fresh. You didn't have no glimpse into what you were going to go do or what was in
Right,
the game. That's why
right.
games have more meaning when we were growing up. You see what I'm saying? We didn't have E3 to see it televised. We had
yeah,
to read it in comic books and magazines.
reading in a game pro.
Exactly. We had pictures, and that was it. Still pictures. You. That's what I feel. That's what E3 needs. Less showing of certain things because it gives you more anticipation to see. So when you get it in your hands to see what's coming, it's more of an impact, and you embrace it more. It means more. But when you see it, it's like a movie. When you see a trailer, if you see too much, the magic kind of goes away. You see what I'm saying? And that's what these motherfuckers seem to forget. They want to
It's,
bring that back. They want
it's
to
like
bring that
movies.
back.
It's
Yeah,
like movies,
exactly.
like how they have movies. The movie show you too much. People like, oh man, you go to the movie. Well, damn, this
Right. There's no mystery to it. So when you get to it, you're like, oh, I saw this all in the fucking trailer. Perfect example, Prometheus, the alien movie.
Yeah.
right.
That shit showed all the best parts on the trailer. When I saw the
Yep.
movie, I was so disappointed because all the best parts were in the fucking trailer. I was like, really? What the fuck was this? You don't want that. And I think Microsoft did it deliberately, methodically, because they want people to get hype again with these games. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're getting sequels of long series that people usually say, oh, it's just Gears. Oh, it's just Halo. You get what I'm trying to say? So they want to
Right.
build up that hype. And it makes sense. The same way I told people, don't get fucking twisted because even Phil, in all his interviews, he alluded to that. He said clear as day that they held back because they want the big exposure to be next year because of the new consoles. So they're not going to show their hand now. So then Sony can get cute and try to outshine them either at PSX or at next year's E3, and they got to show the same shit again. And then people be like, oh, but we saw that last year.
Right.
Sony just showed new shit. You get what I'm saying?
Man,
Microsoft played the cards right.
I'm tired of, like I say, when I did sit down and start looking shit and all this other shit, and I'm like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Dude, they
I'm
showed us new shit. 800. They showed us new shit. Blair Witch is exclusive. They picked it up. Phil talked about it. That game Crossfire, Remedy is doing the campaign. It's exclusive on Xbox as well. They
they
showed
don't
us
want to hear, they don't want to
Battletoads.
hear that. But
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
but you
yeah,
said
I
ain't
know.
no new titles out. I saw a game I wanted to play. Hector, you might know who he bought. It was right by me. I was playing Madden at the time. I'm put this
Right.
way. We was like rock stars where I got people from Madden talking because they were like I was a Madden player. I'm like I played this shit online with you, and they just talking. I couldn't concentrate. Megan went up 40 on my
Right.
ass. I wanted to be like, shut the fuck up. I'm on the
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But look, they showed us Battletoads. They gave a release date
A
for
lot of people
Gears.
like Megan. Okay, this is how people. I ain't cutting you off. But Megan don't like the art style of Battletoads.
Yeah, but
But
it's always been cartoony.
I'm gonna
It's
put it
always
like
been
this. That
cartoony.
was one of the longest lines there
That's what I'm
on that
saying. It's
stage.
always been cartoony. I mean, I can understand why Mega might not like it, but look, Streets of Rage has the same art style. That the Wonder Boy that came out has the same art style, and people loved it. So what they're trying to do, they're trying to give it that art style so new kids can come and gravitate to play the game. Because that's what they want. They want more bigger
I,
audience.
I think a lot of people, like I said on my channel, I think a lot of people just took what they heard and ran with it. They don't think
Right,
from reality. Like you got to take it for what you see, man.
right,
Next
right,
year is generation, man. They just showing you what we're getting from here on out. The next generation.
right,
Next,
right. They want to go next generation, balls to the walls, all in, so they don't ever have to do and deal with the same bullshit they did this generation.
right.
See what
So
I'm saying?
we have to be people. We have to be patient. I understand you feel like, well, man, they said it's the biggest event ever. It is because Sony
Yeah.
not there.
Right.
That's the biggest event ever.
Hmm.
Sony not there, and it's big for the gamer that could come out there and play on us on the showroom floor to get to play the game.
That's right.
When
Understand?
they
That's what it was really
But let me
for
add something
y'all.
to what you're
put it
saying,
out there,
Flip,
it's the
real
biggest
quick.
event ever. That's them people bringing people to experience that.
Right,
You know,
right.
one reason, one reason I didn't go to get to it because what they wanted to give somebody a new experience. I could have did, but I said no, do it for someone else. I
Right.
experienced it. I'm be right there. I could be right. I'm right there. You know, what I'm saying I'm like bam. You know, and when
But
people walk up to you, know who you are. Like
but
I was like, He-Bot. That's He-Bot. What
yeah,
up?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's Cliff Money.
You know.
You know, when you
But
sit
check
there,
it out, 100.
you know, Mega made so experience with Mega made so a good impression when he went to Fan Fest. People walking up to us.
Right.
Yeah, we went out there with business cards, everything.
That's a good thing. That's networking, bro.
We
Networking
had
your
no,
product and your channel. Yeah.
we had no press credentials.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. With no press credential. Just
I ain't
with
got
your
no.
own
I
charm
went into
and your
regular.
own sincerity and your own personality, which is the best way to get attention because it's real. It's not fake. It's not hypocritical. You are who you are. You see what I'm saying? That shows that you guys were doing things with your own charm and your own style, being real, not being
When I
fake
saw
or with press
when I
credentials
saw they
or
pushing
anything
people
like that.
out, bleeding edge pushing people out for letting us play it, and then we can record the man. We get no ass up. Dude sitting there just like, I'm seeing you again. I'm seeing your
Right,
every
right.
again.
Well, I want to
Like,
add to what Flip said real quick. What Flip said, he's absolutely right. The patience is the key, but people will Flip. Remember this too. If next year Sony's coming with the new console, new announcement, what they're gonna release, what they're gonna do, right? Microsoft has to be ready with shotguns fully loaded. You see what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
can't come in there
right.
with the, oh, you know, we're gonna show you again the Halo now in playable form and that's it. They can't just show Halo. They gotta go in there, start it with Halo, and just blow your socks off with a bunch of other shit that they're working on. So that when Sony come with their shit, they're ready. You see what I'm trying to say?
is was it? Hang on. Was it any Forza this year?
No,
Talking,
no, no.
but they showed you that car.
Yeah,
That car was fire. I got a picture of that car too. That shit is
that's far as that Lego expansion is fucking hype. That shit's
and
pretty
see, the thing
dope.
about it, they telling you what you can
That
play.
shit's dope.
Like you can play it today, or you can play it this and that. To me, I was more impressed with that. You ain't got to wait. And then I called, and then okay, this I want to ask you this flip note. I'm gonna ask you, what did I call before E3? What was gonna happen? How many times I hit, and then the other YouTubers that got all these sources hit?
Right.
How many times I said flip, they're gonna come out with a Forza, and you can be able to play it that day or a week later. You can be able to do this. It's gonna be expansion. I hit more times than them, and I ain't got no insider, quote
Let me
unquote
ask 100
insider.
something because you were there.
I got
Let me
insider.
ask you something because you were there and I know you experienced it.
But I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
use
yeah.
them like that. I
Well,
don't. I'm
well,
my friend.
let me ask you something because you were there. By any chance, did they mention kind of like a release date for
They kept on telling. All of them kept on saying holidays. It
holiday?
it kind of like holiday season. When you say holiday season can start in September.
Right, right. Got you. Got you.
So they were tight, and if you do hear something, they're talking cold. Now, Mega pulled this out of box. Cross. Now I'm saying about Halo. Um, we can say Lock ain't going. Lock might be coming back. Lock might be there. couldn't go really in depth. He talking codes. You know, they start talking in cyber codes, like looking at your eyes and give you that eyebrow look or say certain stuff. Um, so they kind of talk like we got something up. We got it. I'm showing you a pair of twos right now. And those just two cards. I ain't gonna show you what my other cards is because I can fuck around and have a motherfucking royal flush. That's how they were talking.
I just hope they didn't throw Locke's fucking character to the wayside because I thought Locke was fucking dope. And I like that whole element where, Master Chief's team was gonna group up with his team. I like that whole idea. I thought that was gonna be dope as fuck.
It was some YouTubers that was there. I watched their videos and they broke it down to a certain extent. Mm-hmm. When old boy say we lost, we don't know. We was throwing theories out like, this is crazy. We in the line to get in the Microsoft Studio, get into the game, and we started a whole intellectual conversation. What the hell going off that one trailer?
Right.
And what we come across is maybe they did something, maybe we're trying to do. They're using the Halo rings to survive.
You know what was funny too? How they try to skew up a flip. I don't know if you saw it, but it was funny how they try to skew up the whole thing with the backwards compatibility. They weren't even trying to twist that shit. That shit was funny as fuck.
I need to go get what they call it. What's that? What's the one that we never thought would come backwards compat? And I want to play that. It's free.
Azura's Wrath.
It's free. I want Azura's Wrath. I'm gonna go buy that. And then the other one, the futuristic joint. And I'm gonna go
because there's some legal shit. They gave it for free because there's some legal shit behind it, and they can't sell it, but they could give it out free. See what I'm saying?
So what?
That means that they're probably trying to pick up. That means they're trying. That means they're trying to acquire probably the license. So
he bought.
They got you, He-Bot.
They got him. That's all right. If He-Bot get kicked out, we got a replacement. Another co-host, Bone Leaf, my daughter. She's saying that there's nothing wrong with the Xbox. They doing their thing next year, and they're gonna do the bigger thing. Ain't that right, Mama? Okay, shook her head.
Yeah, go on talk, because my boy hit me up, said something went down in there on
all right. But I think, I just think that a lot of y'all just moving a little too fast. Y'all jumping through Cheerio hoops for no reason when.
Let me know if you can hear me.
We can hear you and we can see.
Yeah. What I was trying to say was.
Go ahead. Finish what you were about to say.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. What I was trying to say was
that's cool. Go ahead.
That oh my gosh, it was in the tip of my tongue. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, that Too Human, right? They gave it out for free because there's a legal bind.
Please let it go, little girl.
And then what ended up happening is they can't sell it to you, but they can give it to you for free. But the reason why I think they did that is because I have a feeling they're gonna try to acquire the license, the IP, so that they can finish it because it was supposed to be a trilogy. It was the same developers that did Eternal Darkness for the GameCube.
Hold on. What game is that? What game is that? You talking about
Too Human,
right?
Yes.
It was be more episode with that.
Yeah, Too Human. Now, another thing that made me laugh about that whole bullshit is that these motherfuckers is talking shit, right? All this crap about the backwards with Banjo, right? Like, oh, what the fuck is this and this, that? When Microsoft is establishing relationships for a reason, right? But yet, we got all the Banjos 4K that same day. Games like nuts and bolts and all that shit. And the motherfuckers talking about, oh, why you didn't do that for us? But yet you didn't go play the ones that are available right now for free in 4K. That Banjo in 4K nuts and bolts looks fucking ridiculous. Go play those games first before you ask for a new one. You see what I'm saying? And stop complaining about some dumb shit that's just establishing good relationship with Nintendo for the future. You know what I mean? So that things can go further with other things or other endeavors. You know what I mean? That shit really, and then they try to skew that shit up that, oh, they're not doing backwards compat no more. No, dummy. They said clear as day that backwards compat is really difficult to do. So what they want to do is they want to get the team that works on it right now on Xbox One
Right.
to start working on the Scarlet. So when the Scarlet comes out, what they want the Scarlet to do is they want the Scarlet to read everything, all the generations on the console. They wanted to read all Xbox OG games, all Xbox 360 games, all Xbox One games, and whatever comes out for Scarlet in that generation. That's what they said. Clear as day. And they were trying to say, oh, no, they ended it. They're not doing it no more. No, that's not what they said. And the reasoning why I think they're doing that is because, remember, think about this. If that console can read the actual disc, you don't have to get permission for the license because whoever owns that game could just play it on the box. You see what I'm saying? The only thing they would have to get permission for is if they want to sell it on the store.
Well,
You
you
get
know
what I'm
what?
saying?
You know what? I'm glad you did say that because I've been trying to say that for the longest. Like to a lot of people that you have to understand. Like some people say, well, they putting that bullshit. I mean, people want to make a part four, or part five of these games that been on the previous system, and as 100 had said before, it's kind of hard for them to do that when they have to go out there and get these contracts for the people. We don't know
Yeah,
if these
it is
people
hard.
are still alive or what's going on or how much money they want. Phil has said this before many occasions that it's kind of hard to get licensed for these games and going to the developers to tell them like, yo, I'm sorry, these the get people that make the games or whatever. I'm like, yo,
Right.
we trying to get this game over here, whatever, whatever. Like some of them guys be wanting an arm and a leg for these games.
Yeah,
These
yeah, yeah.
they like my man, these games is like man, these games about they're 10 years old and they can't get that. And even if they do get that, and you want them to make a part two of these games, like I like for them to make a part two also, but they can't make a part two of these games if they're not sure if the first one has sold or the second one has sold that well. A lot of people don't know that. Like a lot of these games, they have to or have to remaster them and throw them out to see if it's worth spending money on it. So what that's what that's like with me trying to tell you, well, I would like to get this game that you have and put it on my console for the consumer when I'm not too sure whether how much money that I should give you if that game will flop or not. Just because it worked on last gen or the
Right.
gen don't mean that that game may work on the current gen. Then you have to think about what
It,
parameters
it,
or how you going to make this game, what you can change or what not to change. Because if you can change the littlest thing in the game, I don't like that game. That game ain't do what it did. Like, come on, man. Too
yeah,
many
yeah.
people are babe or crybaby and picky about that stuff, man. So that's kind of hard on companies to make games where though they're not sure what the people want. You can ask them, they can tell you they want this and this. Even if you deliver that, it will still be like you'll never be satisfied. And what if that game flops? So that's just money that they just lost on making. And people don't
That's right.
understand that.
No, you're absolutely right. Flip, the licensing for these shits, that shit is the real fucking deal, dude. They're expensive because remember, they could charge whatever the fuck they want. No matter these games are 30 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old. If they want to try, even the arcade shit, why you think it's hard as hell, then you don't see a lot of old retro arcade shit from Sega and all these other companies that never came out to consoles. There's a lot of games that didn't come out. Why? Because the licensings are too expensive and they want to charge too much money for old ass games that people are not gonna pay that price for those games. You see what I'm saying? They're just not gonna
Right,
do it. And they gotta understand that. Old games people are not gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna pay $30 for that. I'm gonna pay for it. No, the fuck you're not. That shit gotta be priced $7, $5, or $10. And people then will grow and buy it in groves. But if it's anywhere between 25 and 30 or 40, it's not happening. So is it worth going out and getting the license, going to the trouble? That's another way they got to look at it. So if Microsoft could figure out a way where you could just put the disc if you own it, whether it was digital or whether you owned it physical on the 360 era or the OG, and you could just put it on that box that's coming out and play it, that's better for them and for the consumer because you still got the ability to keep your investment alive. You see what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
It's called smart thinking. It's called thinking bigger, thinking about the broader picture. They said it that the backwards compatibility program was the hardest thing that they did on the Xbox internally. The hardest thing from programming it and getting the license. And look how many games they were able to do so far. They got bangers up in there. They got Azur's Wrath in there now. Armed and Dangerous, Indiana Jones from Disney. They got fucking Enslaved, the Ninja Theory game that nobody fucking bothered with. The real Horizon Zero Dawn, the very first.
Right.
They have a bunch of titles. And then they put all the rare games in 4K. Motherfuckers talking about, oh, it's in Banjo. I don't give a fuck if they put it in Banjo. We got the games. Y'all ain't playing them? Go play the fucking games and then worry about it.
What backwards compatibility they get? Nothing.
Nothing. Exactly.
So
Nothing.
fuck up. That's how I'm. That's how, cause I got to get back to me on my own self because I get tired of like you saying they ain't showed you they showing you they what they do in technology. They showing what they engineers are doing. They showing
Right.
making Xbox Live bigger and better, not going down fucking maintenance, not going down live while you at E3. Yeah, I'm popping shots. I saw that shit. Just trying to have.
Yes, it's good. No, I like I said, I understand why people want it, more like more wow moments, but I know why Microsoft didn't do it. They played it safe because they know next year they gotta come in even stronger because Sony's gonna come out with the new console. And they're going into next generation with the perception that they want. Huh?
You're gonna see the last of us too. If they smart, they
Yeah,
should have.
but Last of Us 2
They
Ghost of
on
Tsushima.
that. I mean, what
That
that Days Gone? What that Days Gone? You could have had Days Gone, Death Stranding, and and uh and Last of Us 2. You could have had all three of them as launch titles.
Yeah, they're gonna have Days Gone. I mean,
They gonna
not Days Gone. They're gonna have Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. I guarantee you are gonna be launch titles for next holiday. They're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna come out just for PS4. They're probably gonna be able to play them on the PS4, but they're gonna be launch titles with the new console they make. I guarantee you.
And then another thing, it was not mentioned. A lot of people don't know. All your hardware that you got now
Yeah,
go to the new Xbox.
that's right. That's right.
Not talking about that. Your favorite YouTuber ain't talking about that. That means you don't have to go buy another peripheral.
There's only one thing, real quick, that I feel Microsoft should have never done that I felt was an L for them in that sense. I don't know if you guys would agree with me or not, but I don't like that they made the new Elite controller with an internal battery. I don't like that.
Okay, you know what? Mega played with it. It was. They know you guys mad about that, but
Mhm.
guys were mad about the grips in the back.
Right, right. Oh, really? Okay, okay.
And people was mad about the grips falling up in the back. So it had to be some type of concession. So
Right.
Right.
the thing is, we're gonna do like wireless. What's so hot now? Wireless headphones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So you can be able to charge your Elite in that case without
Yeah,
even.
I saw that. That was hot. That was hot. I saw that.
So it has to be a concession somewhere.
Well, look, 100, the reason why I say that to clarify to the audience and to clarify to you guys, my
Right.
brothers, is because think about it. The Elite controller is 180 bucks, right? And one of the biggest problems I had so far with PlayStation 3 and now
Right.
PlayStation 4
Hold up.
is that when the battery's internal, something happens to it. Like let's say you put it somewhere that you don't realize the temperature's not good, that battery busts, the acid comes out, it's gonna corrode the whole internal CPU and motherboard of the controller. And then what's gonna end up happening is we're gonna have to go out and buy a brand new controller for $180 and get it replaced. And that's where my concern comes in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, honey?
You having like a warranty program, like
I'm pretty sure.
you
I
get
also,
you know. I don't know if they're gonna do like how the Xbox is. It's for 2 years. Just give it to them and they give you another one.
right.
I don't know. Is that
I hope they do a good one because
that way? But they
the
said
truth
they
of the matter,
a
you
lot
know
of
we've
stuff,
always
a lot
talked
of
about
stuff we might hear at Gamescom.
right. Well, you know we've always talked about it. That one of the dope shit about the Xbox controller is if the shit get bad, the battery, you just go buy a battery for $10 You put it in the controller and you keep going. You don't have to buy a new controller. That's what I hope they don't go in that direction with future controllers with Xbox, just with the Elite. Okay, fine, because I don't think that's a good way to do it. Yes, it looks nice. Yes, it's convenient. Yes, it's sleek. Yes, it's nice. It has 40 hours of battery life. But at the end of the day, if that battery pops inside that controller, for whatever reason, usage, no usage, temperature, you got to replace the whole shit all over again. And that's where I felt the Sony controllers always had a downfall. And people may not understand that, but because they're not on Xbox, obviously. But that's what I didn't like. I had to change like 3 PlayStation controllers because I didn't use them enough, and the battery got messed up and corroded and popped inside, and it was ruined. Yeah, I was able to replace them myself by opening it because I know how to do that because I'm a computer tech. But not everybody, the casual in the world, knows how to do that. You see what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, the minute that something goes wrong with those controllers, watch a motherfucker be like, "Oh, look, they charge you $180. You fucking crazy. That shit broke on me. I can't buy a new one." You get what I'm saying, Flip?
I
You
think
know, Microsoft get all that.
you know how your Xbox, you register your Xbox, you can register that Elite controller.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure.
You can
It's
register.
nice though. It looks fucking nice.
The last day he played with it. Even the what you call it, I love that. I love the steering wheel. The wireless one, we'll get one. And the
Oh, I didn't get to play it. Yeah, I seen that.
that was fun. And it's a little learning curve, but it has all the triggers. It has everything that you need to play. It's a little learning curve. I'd rather play Forza on it than Burnout. Burnout Paradise, handling all that damn good. But I was running with it, and they're gonna have other controllers too. They were claiming that Microsoft has licensed to them, even skins like you can put on your X and on your X and stuff like that. And like I said, this guy is giving us information, and I'm like, oh, I said that must look like money, huh? Not flip money, just money. Because they were coming out, and we was asking questions, and we was sitting there being encouraged, like they wanted something to tell you, and it was cool. What up with your Kahuna?
Big Kahuna.
Yeah, but man, we've been on here long enough. I just wanted to get that out my chest because I've been seeing a whole bunch of bullshit. And so, like I said, if you want to go over there to PlayStation, go. You're welcome. No hard feelings. If you out there thinking we talking about you, hey, no hard feelings. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? If you say my man, he bought don't game. That's your things. If you want to make 20 million more memes, you can go do that too. Because guess what? Don't even show up.
It was nice that you guys were out there having a good time, dude. That shit was dope, man.
That shit was crazy. But I thought like I said, my man Murphy, I wish I could have I put an APB on. You can call this the Damage Controlling Podcast. You can do all that shit. But we about to be out here, man.
Hi, baby.
Y'all know where it's at. We can run on Xbox Live. We game.
Yes, sir. That's what we do.
We out.